Hi everyone, so it is Wednesday, so I'm going live again, and today we're going to work on the upper muscles of our back, and we're also going to realign our head a little bit, but we want to go slow today. We take a lot of time doing our sports with a lot of repetition, and we go fast, and today we're just going to slow it down a little bit and understand a little bit more how these muscles work and how you can work on them if you've got a little bit of a shoulders forward and your head forward a little bit. We're going to work on the muscles that are going to draw these back, open up the pecs a little bit and draw the head back, just so you can have a nice upright posture and work those muscles that you need to. So, if you're joining me live, hello, and if not, let me know if you take the replay and how it goes for you. So to start, we're going to lie on our back. So just bring your lower back, your shoulder blades and the back of your head on the ground, and you're going to reach your arms up. Now first we want to feel those shoulder blades. So we want to punch up towards the ceiling and draw the shoulders up. So really punching up, core is tight. And then you're going to bring your elbows down into the ground and lift the shoulder blades up. Now I want you to imagine while you're doing that, you can do that a few times. When you're doing this, you're imagining that those shoulder blades are lifting up, and then when you push your elbows down into the ground, I want you to feel like they are lifting your chest up. So it's really pushing down, so you will arch a little bit that back. It's not what I'm worried about now. I want you to just feel that the shoulder blades are lifting you up and they're really suctioned onto those ribs. And then you can release and then punch up again. Elbows down and lift. That would be great just to get some awareness of your shoulder blades. We're going to come up. We're actually just going to start sitting. And then you're just going to bring one hand behind your head, one hand to your belly. Just lean into your hand. And then you can bring one hand to your lower back and lean into it like we were doing on the ground. So we're setting up that foundation. And we'll come down on all fours. So keeping that alignment, imagine you still have that alignment, head, shoulders and lower back. Keep the ribs in, the core tight, the spine is long. Now bring your left hand to the back of your head and lift your head up into your hand. You don't want to be bringing the chin forward, you want to pull it back, lift up, and now stabilize this right shoulder. And then we're going to open up to the left. You don't have to go very far. Make sure this right shoulder stays stable and centrated. You're not letting it fall forward. You can even lean into that right shoulder blade and then come back. Keep the elbow at the same height. Don't let it drop. Work that left shoulder, those muscles around the left shoulder too. And you're stabilizing with that right side as you lift and lower. I want you to go slow and really feel those muscles working. And bring the left hand back down to the ground. Now feel when your hands are on the ground, imagine the hands are dining out to the side. So your hands don't move and your elbows don't move, but that energy of your fingers is going out towards the outside. Now bring the right hand behind your head, lift the head up into your hand and then open out to the right and come back down. Open out to the right. Again, you don't have to go very far. I want you to be focusing on this left shoulder girdle and the opening of the chest. We'll do one more. Keep lifting the head up. And bring the hands back down. Now come and just sit down on your knees or cross-legged. And we're going to just do some protraction and retraction on those shoulders. And just because you have shoulders that are forward, doesn't mean you have the muscles to actually get there. So just to start, we're going to punch forward like we did lying down. Really reach forward and then retract. You're pulling those shoulder blades together. Punch forward and then retract. And we're doing this a few times here because we're going to be doing this on all fours, and I want you to get that movement already. And when you're ready, you can come into all fours. And first, engage the core, lift the back of the head up, and then soften the chest as you retract, and then push down. You can release the head and really push down into the ground. Lift that upper back. Imagine I'm tapping your upper back. And then let that chest release, and then puff up, and then let that chest release. Puff up, and then let that chest release, and this is the hard part, is letting the chest release without bending the elbows, that retraction without bending the elbows. We'll do one more. And then come and find your neutral. So So you're neutral, you're not down, you're not up, you're finding that nice middle ground where your shoulder blades are flat on those ribs. Now pull the back of the head up, and I want you to glide the left foot back. So we're going to start adding a little bit more demand onto these shoulder blades. We want to get into these serratus muscles, get them working. Core is nice and tight, left glute is turned on. And then reach the right arm forward and up. Now stay here. If you want, you can lift that left leg up. That gives a little bit more demand onto that left side. Really concentrate on that, and then feel how it feels on that right shoulder. Now release the left foot, release the right hand. We're going to do the right hand again, but this time I want you to glide the right hand as far forward as you can, protracting, which reaching as far forward, and then lifting up. See how that feels now, and if you can go any higher. And then maybe lift the left leg up. We're really dialing this left hand out, really feeling it in this left shoulder, and then release down. Let's do the same on the other side. Glide the right foot back. Keep the core tight. Now feel these right muscles around the right shoulder engage, and now lift the left arm up, how you would normally. And then maybe lift the right leg up. Just feel the energy on that right side now. Keep the core tight. Remember, you're not lifting the hips, you're just moving with that glute that's turned on. And then release down, and now this time you slide that left hand as far forward as you can, and then reach up. Keep reaching, and then maybe lift the right leg up. Keep stabilizing, and then release. Keep the head up. We're going to step the left foot back. Keep the back of the head up. Keep the ribs drawn in. Engage the left glute, and then step the right foot back into that plank. Holding it here, and then lift the hips up into your downward facing dog. Bend the knees a little bit. You really want to lengthen out that spine, so draw the hips up as high as you can. Keep lengthening. And if you feel that you have any restriction in this pose, don't hesitate to come onto blocks, and that will just release a little bit of tension in the shoulders. It might feel really nice. Step the right foot forward, left knee comes down, come up into that low lunge. Now just one shoulder at a time, roll back. Pick the right shoulder up, roll it back and down. Pick the left shoulder up, roll it back and down. See if you have a side that feels a little more cranky than the other, or if they both feel great. Keep rolling. And then hands come down to the ground. Step back into downward facing dog. We'll step the left foot forward, right knee comes down, we'll do the other side. Roll those shoulders back. If you want to go a little bit faster, you can, but I really want you to feel that opening. So the slower you go, the more smooth you can get that movement, and the smoother you go, the faster you'll go. So really, it's all beneficial to slow it down now and again. And then hands come down to the ground, step back into downward facing dog. In downward dog here, I want you to shrug the shoulders, so bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and then let the shoulder blades glide down your spine. And then lift up and down. So they're actually gliding on your back ribs along the spine. Keep that core tight. Again, you're not bending the elbows, you're just freeing up that upper body. One more. And then step the right foot forward. Come up into that high lunge this time. You're going to goalpost the arms and bring the fists down. Make fists. I don't want you to break in the wrists. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together and release. Squeeze and release. Keep that core nice and tight. Squeeze and release. We're just doing a few more. And then hands come down to the ground. Step back into downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Come up high lunge. And then goalpost, bring the forearms down, and then squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Last time, squeeze and release. Hands come down to the ground. We've got one last little move. Come into plank. Pull the back of the head up, release the knees. Now really dial the hands out. Imagine those shoulder blades are putting down into your back pockets. That's what you want to feel. Bend the elbows lower down with control. And come and goalpost your arms. Forehead is down. Now lift the right shoulder off the ground, or the right forearm off the ground and release. Leave the left arm off the ground and release. Now do both at the same time. Squeeze and release. And then reach your arms forward in a V. So you're out in a V angle, and then lift the right arm up and release. Left arm up and release. Notice how that feels, and then maybe both. Now keep both up, and then lift the chest, keep the chin in, bend the elbows, squeeze, and then reach back into V. Squeeze, reach back into V. We'll do one last one. Squeeze and release. And you can come back up. So that was a short little sequence that really works on those upper back muscles, really getting you to open up that chest, and will really get that head back up. As the more you think about it and keep pulling it back, the more you can really work on that posture. And remember, the slower you go, the smoother you can get those movements, and the smoother you go, the better performance you'll do. You'll go faster. So I hope that helped. I hope you get to try it. Let me know if you do it. And I will see you again next Wednesday. And drop a comment below if you want to, if you have any questions, and if you want to see specific things, don't hesitate to let me know. Bye.